me say something.
What we did? We haven't even spoken about it. You will not speak about it. It is sending me mad.
I am your mistress.
What if I could say I wanted it? What if you could say you wanted it too?
My beautiful viewers, today I want to put you all in a perfect and amazing drama series called The Confession of Frannie Langton. It's a beautiful drama that has two beautiful women, Frances Langton and Marguerite Benham. It's a drama about a former slave sent to be a maid into the house of the man she despised the most. That if she's given a chance, she could kill him in a couple of minutes without hesitation. But things change for Frances when she meets his wife, that she becomes more deeply attached to Marguerite, forming a passionate and complex relationship. Together, they were attracted to each other that led them to fall in love with one another.
Great. Morning, Madame.
And you are?
Frances Langton.
I see. And how are you finding us, Francis?
A shock?
I suppose we are, aren't we?
Milton. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell. A hell of heaven.
Frances was a mulatta, her mother a black slave, and her father, the owner of the plantation, John Langton. She was adopted by him later and worked for him as his scribe, and together with John Langton, they did a lot of research on black people in the name of scientific research of who God knows what. He ordered her to record the results of his investigations into the relationship between race, cranial size, and intelligence. But after John Langton kills Frances' mother, she burns his house and everything down, which made John Langton to find solace in George Benham. Thinking she has destroyed John Langton to nothing, John Langton takes her to London, where he then gives her out as a gift to his research partner. Upon arriving, she's then ordered by Lennox, the head maid, to start working. Frances is confused and angrily tells Lennox she's not here to be a maid. Without hesitation, Frances furiously storms in and demands answers from John Langton. John Langton tells her, "Don't embarrass me and do what you've asked to do by Benham and see him as your master." Frances is shocked that John Langton would leave her with his research partner. It was something she never thought could happen. Afterwards, Lennox demands her to be taken to the kitchen in a harsh way. She then later locks her alone in a dark room. Through this, Frances became more angry to both John Langton and George Benham.
Aren't you just going to stand there?
Ma'am, I beg your pardon?
Madame, please don't mom me.
On the other hand, Marguerite is George Benham's wife. She is this captivating, intelligent, and troubled woman who likes to keep it all to herself, but through her loneliness and having no say in her life matters. Marguerite, in order for her to move forward in her boredom life, she likes spending more time in her books, which always give her strength to keep on living. Her ambition is to be a writer, but her husband tells her she can write, but she can never publish any of her writings. This heartbreaks Marguerite beyond repair. Marguerite starts using laudanum to forget what her husband said. Her usage become out of hand that her husband summons his cousin Hephzibah to come take care of her.
I've always wanted to write.
Not such a straightforward ambition for a woman.
I think that men write to separate themselves from the common history. Women write to try to join it.
English maids are not so well spoken as you are, nor as well read.
Frances becomes deeply attached to Marguerite very quickly. She unexpectedly started developing strong feelings for her Madame Marguerite, Every moment her madam comes close, she becomes aroused upon seeing her passing near her. Marguerite, on the other hand, she is entranced by Frances to every appearance she makes. For being just a maid, Marguerite is amazed by Frances' interest in books and for how she is good with words. Together, they shared the same interest in reading books, and also they had the same dream of becoming a writer one day. Through sharing time together and being closer to each other every time, their feelings ignited beyond their control that Marguerite forgot to hide her feelings in front of her other workers and asked Frances to dance with her, which was beautiful and perfectly adorable to watch. She didn't care about what they would think. All she wanted was to dance with Frances.
Mr. Benham has never recommended anyone to me before as a lady's maid. I am planning to write my own. I was thinking you could help me. Be my scribe or more of a secretary, really. I take it you're saying yes.
I'm saying yes.
Their love together is so intriguing and so lovable to watch. The way they shared their time together was so beautiful and perfect. Every moment, every kiss to Frances was something she could never forget. What she shared with Marguerite, she treasured it as if she couldn't let it go, and she was willing to protect it with everything she got. But Marguerite was too scared. She was mostly scared of what her husband was capable of if he could come to know about their relationship. She fears for her life. She fears what other people would think of her, so she asks Frances to be her secret. Frances didn't care at first being her secret. She happily accepted it because all she wanted was her and her love. But Frances wanted more. She couldn't wait for Marguerite to be done with her husband's cousin Hephzibah so she can have time with her. Every time Hephzibah comes to visit Marguerite, she is always placed in the kitchen duties, which didn't make her happy at all.
You can't sleep either?
I can never sleep at this limbo hour.
This drama film is worth watching. It is a perfect drama that teaches us that love does not choose between black and white. Everyone is equal when it comes to love. There's no room for racism in love. For Marguerite, she didn't care if Frances was a former slave, or a maid, or even a Jamaican. All she cared was the love she received from her, which was everything to her, and it was what she lacked in her married life. She cared so much for Frances that when her husband came to know about their relationship and turned Frances out, she didn't care. All she wanted was to go after her, but sadly, her husband stopped her.
Some things cannot be brought into the light.
Then let it be done in the dark. Haven't you done it before? With one of those quality ladies?
You are a quality lady.
If you like watching this beautiful video and somehow you're intrigued by it, you can watch it on Netflix, Hulu, HBO, or MovieBox. Until next time, that marks the end of this beautiful video. Thanks for viewing.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate.